you.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's everyday Gita session. And before going to our today's session, let us take the blessings of ISKCON Sheshadripuram deities over here. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai. Nitai Chaitanya ki jai. Vamanadev ki jai. Parshuram Bhagwan ki jai. Giri Govardhan ki jai. Panchatattva ki jai. Narsimha Bhagwan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Let us start our prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna devotees, today we are going to see 12th chapter, the devotional service, and 18th and 19th shloka. Sama shatrau cha mitre cha tata मान अपमानयोः शीतोष्ण शुग दुःखेषु समसंग विवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेता स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मान अपमानयोः मानयो शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समः सङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेता स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः. Translation: one who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who does not care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and who is engaged in devotional service, such a person is very dear to me. Hari Bol. Mataji's, Prabhuji's, anyone want to read the shloka? Kamla Mataji? Prabhuji's? Do anyone want to read the shloka once? It's a
Hare
very
Krishna Mataji.
nice
Can I read?
shloka. Krishna is telling about the qualities. Yes, Prabhu, please. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयो शीतोष्ण सुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतस्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I also read the shloka?
Yes, Mataji, please. Thank you so
Hare
much. Yeah.
Krishna, Dandvat Pranama.
Thank you, Mataji.
Samashatrau समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानपमानयो शीतोष्ण सुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतः स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. So Krishna is glorifying his devotees who has the transcendental qualities over here. In fact, he's just listing down all the qualities what a pure devotee is having, and he is like glorifying each and every quality here. So let us see that in detail. Sama sa shatrau cha mitre cha. So the one who is equal to both friends and enemies. Shatraucha mitrecha. And tata mana apamana yaho. He is equipoised both in man and apaman, honor and dishonor. Tata mana apamana nayoho, equipoised both in honor and dishonor. And then he says, Sitoshna Shuka Dukkeshu. He is equipoised in like Sita Oshana. Sita is cold and Oshana is heat. Sama Sitoshna Shuka Dukkeshu Samaha. He is equipoised for both like cold and heat. Sangha Vivarjitaha. He is free from this contaminating association. It's very important. He is one who is free from the Sangha Vivarjitaha, contaminating association. And then he also says, Tulya Ninda Stutir Mauni. Mauni, silent. That's very important. Equipoised in fame and infamy. Santushto ena kenachit. He is satisfied with anything. Anything. He doesn't care for anything. He's always satisfied with anything he gets. Aniketa sthiramatir. He does not care for his residence. Nothing. He doesn't care for Aniketa. Sthiramatir. He is fixed in his knowledge. And finally, Krishna says, Bhaktiman me priyo naraha. Such a devotee is very dear to me. He's listing all these transcendental qualities of his devotee, and he's glorifying each and every quality of of his devotee. Such wonderful qualities he's explaining to Arjuna, and through Arjuna, he is giving the knowledge to all of us also. So here, very important, Krishna is saying, Sangha Vivarjita. And now it is like he is free from the devotee, is free from the contaminating, the bad association. How is a devotee is free from that sangha vivarjita, contaminating association? Because the devotee chooses which type of thing he has to follow. He's selecting like the association. If there is an association, he immediately splits it and then compares it. Is it a material association or is it a Krishna conscious association? And in between those two choices, he sees which one is going to take him closer to Krishna. Whichever is going to take him closer to Krishna, then he will just select only that. So he selects Krishna conscious association. Therefore, he is free from Sangha Vivarjitaha, contaminating association. The devotee is very smart. It is because he doesn't have the contaminating association, because he is selecting from the choices what he has. So whenever the choice which takes him closer to Krishna, then he just opts only for that. He just leaves the other one. There was a question to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying like, Mahaprabhu, who's the real Vaishnava? Mahaprabhu says, Achat Sanga Tyagyai Vaishnava Achar. That's what Mahaprabhu said. It is like giving up. One who gives up the association of the materialist, then he is a devotee. He is the right Vaishnava. So here it is very clear. A devotee who gives up the material association and who selects the spiritual Krishna conscious association, he is a pure Vaishnava. He is free from the contaminating association. Sangha Vivarjitaha. And Prabhupada also tells us very nicely in his purport. Sometimes one is praised and sometimes one is defamed. That is the nature of human society. But a devotee is always transcendental to artificial fame and infamy, distress or happiness. He is very patient. That is a quality of the pure devotee. A pure devotee is equipoised. He always treats honor, dishonor, fame, infamy, cold, hot, happiness, distress, everything same. equipoised. Because he knows where he lives. He lives in this material world. He knows that this material world is ashashvat, ashashvat, ashashvatam, dukkhalayam, ashashvatam. He knows this. This is a dukkhalayam, and everything is ashashvatam. It is all temporary. Never, like, everyone has happiness and distress. Never we ourselves call for any distress, right? But still it comes to us. When the distress comes to us, it is not going to stay with us permanently. That is also temporary. It will go, and the happiness will follow, definitely. Even that happiness which comes, whichever we try to acquire, even that is not permanent, and that is also temporary. Ashashvatam, that will also go one day. So if a person, we can see, if a person is really getting famous at one point, like at one time, we should really wait and see. Definitely over a period of time, he is going to get into that infamy. So a devotee is very clear, even though he is in this material world, even though if he is living in this material world, he knows this situation very well. He knows the duality of the world, like the happiness, distress, uh, honor, dishonor, fame, infamy. He knows the duality, and he knows that nothing is permanent, and nothing is going to stay with us for a long time. So he will never be affected. Since he knows this, he will never be affected with any of this. He stays equipoised for everything. That is the beauty of the quality of the devotee. He is always, even though if he is in this material world, he's totally off of it. He's always in his transcendental platform, always meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna, and trying to put himself into the service of Krishna, and always working on the way which pleases Krishna. So this is where he is. And when he is in that mode, anything, when he knows the duality, and whatever comes to him, it doesn't matter for him. He's always don't care for all these things, and he always wanted to please Krishna. That is the platform, that is the transcendental platform he is in. Even though being in this material world, he is like in floating in the spiritual world. So therefore it is very, very important, when we start practicing the devotional service, we will get this we will get to know this perspective, this duality. We will get to know this duality, and we will go and get to know this. And when we are able to know this perspective, when we are able to know this duality, then automatically we will also not be disturbed by any of these changes setup coming on. And Prabhupada also says, he does not speak of anything but the topics about Krishna. Therefore, he is called silent. Silent does not mean that one should not speak. Silent means that one should not speak nonsense. One should speak only of essentials, and the most essential speech for the devotee is to speak for the sake of the Supreme Lord. So, here, the second point, very important thing which we have to meditate on is Mauna. Mauna, in the sense, Mauna has a different meaning in the material platform, and different meaning in the spiritual platform. In a material platform, Mauna is chupchap, keeping our mouth shut for anything. That is Mauna in the material platform. But when you take the meaning of Mauna in the spiritual platform, we can, like, Mauna is like, this is a quality to purify ourselves. When we are not talking anything in the spiritual platform, then we are not going to get cleansed. We are not going to get purified in any way. We have to talk. But how should that talk be? That talk, whatever we are talking, should be only glorifying Krishna and his pastimes. Anything talking about Krishna and Krishna's activities, other than that, then it is Mauna. Only the glorifying Krishna should be the talk which should be there. So when we speak and glorify Krishna and chant his holy names, then we automatically get purified. Other than that, nothing should be talked. Other than that, we should be mauna. We should use our speech only for glorifying Krishna and only for talking about Krishna and chanting his holy names. Other than that, silence should be maintained. That is the meaning of mauna in the spiritual platform. Therefore, mauna is very important in spiritual platform. Mauna is very important to purify ourselves. Now, the third point what Prabhupada says here is a devotee is happy in all conditions. Sometimes he may get very palatable foodstuffs, sometimes not, but he is satisfied. Nor does he care for any residential facility. He may sometimes live underneath a tree and he may sometimes live in a very palatial building. He is attracted to neither. So the a devotee who has um, who has the complete surrender to the Lord, who has a complete faith in the Lord, and who does intentional bhakti, that devotee is completely dependent on the mercy of the Lord. He doesn't care for anything. If today, if that day, if the Lord is blessing him with a big feast, then he will eat. If there is no food, if the blood, he will just take it as a mercy of the Lord, and he will not even care. Today the Lord doesn't want to give me anything, that is a mercy for me, okay, then he doesn't care for that. Like whatever the Lord gives, he just depends on that. Even for his basic food, shelter, clothing also, he depends on the Lord. If the Lord wants to give, I will take it. If the Lord doesn't want to give, that is okay. I don't want it to think, I will not think about it. If the Lord wanted to take from me whatever he has given to me, that is also okay. That is the mood of the pure devotee who does intentional bhakti, and who has surrendered completely to the lotus feet of the Lord. But here, like we cannot follow this. We cannot follow this in the sense, it's like until in the neophyte stage one cannot follow these points, like because this stage will come only with a slow progress, with following the devotional doing devotional service, and with a slow process of this devotional service, then the bhakti slowly improves. And when the intense bhakti is being done, then automatically the surrendering process will manifest in the person. So it is not a one day thing. It is like a step by step process. It's not automatically okay, this is a qualification of a devotee. Just like we cannot eat until unless God gives us we can at this stage, at the neophyte stage, we cannot do that. We have to start chanting, we have to start doing devotional service, and slow and steady. When we do the devotional service, when we do our bhakti slow and steady, then we will reach that stage of surrendering. Then at that stage of surrendering, everything will automatically manifest in our heart. That's what Prabhupada says here. So we have to practice the devotional service very intensely. When that is done, all these qualities will get manifested automatically. And here beautifully Prabhupada is explaining, he's called fixed because he's fixed his determination and knowledge. A devotee has the topmost knowledge. The topmost knowledge, what is this topmost knowledge? He has the topmost knowledge, that is, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. I am his servant. My job is to serve Krishna. This is the topmost knowledge of all the Vedic scriptures. A pure devotee knows this topmost knowledge. He has already digested this topmost knowledge within him, and he is implementing that in his day to day life. So, this is a very beautiful quality of a devotee. Now, when you see these qualities, there are so many repetitions coming on again and again. right? Sitoshna Shuka Dukkeshu. These are the qualities which we have read over these chapters, repeated again. So here Prabhupada gives an explanation for this, why it is being repeated. This is just to emphasize the fact that a devotee must acquire all these qualifications. So another interpretation of this is, these qualities are very very important. Why? Since it is important, therefore that is repeated for emphasizing. Yes, they are very rare. First of all, these qualities are very rare, and they need to be acquired. These qualities have to be acquired. So how are these qualities going to be acquired? Are we going to endeavor for each and every quality separately? Are we going to try to acquire these qualities separately? No, it is not like that. The only path is bhakti. When we do the devotional service intensely with a great surrendering mood, this process of bhakti is very, 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 very powerful. That all these qualities, whatever Krishna is saying, will automatically get manifested in our heart. We don't have to endeavor for each and every quality separately to acquire this. That is the beauty of this transcendental quality. All these qualities, these 35 qualities, what Krishna has glorified, yeah, it is not, God. We are not getting that from anywhere outside. It is automatically manifesting within the person. When it is happening within within the devotee, when it is happening in the sense, when a devotee is practicing bhakti intensely, when he is real, when he is working hard, when he is doing intense bhakti, and when he is doing devotional service for the pleasure of Krishna, he goes closer and closer to Krishna. When he is like going closer and closer to Krishna, he is getting inherited the qualities of Krishna. These beautiful qualities are the qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When a devotee is practicing the devotional service, he is automatically going closer to Krishna. When he goes closer to Krishna, these qualities are inherited from Krishna. How beautiful it is, right? So we all have to try to go closer and closer to Krishna. What is the way for it? The way is very very simple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us a very simple way to go closer to Krishna, and to get all these qualities automatically inherited, automatically manifest in us. The very very important thing for getting all these quality, as Prabhupada is saying very nicely here, engagement in Krishna consciousness and devotional service. It's very simple and very important. So every single day when we engage in devotional service, by starting the day with hearing Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and chanting the holy names of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and then by continuing the day by doing different devotional activities, then automatically our bhakti will get deeper and deeper, and the surrendering mood will automatically come. And these qualities, beautiful transcendental qualities, what the Lord is explaining, will all inherit, manifest within us automatically. So having said all these things, Krishna is going to talk one more verse in this chapter. So let us see what Krishna wants to tell us in the next verse also, in our next class, which is on Sunday, sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Matajis and Prabhujis. Any questions and comments, please welcome. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhobhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhujis.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavad
Hare
pranam,
Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji, Dandavad Pranam.
Hare
Dandavad
Krishna
pranam,
Mataji,
Prabhu.
Dandavat
Thank you.
Pranam.